Today I want to do, I don't even know if I want to call it a hack. Andy, would you call it a hack? Kind of hack.
I call it a hack.
It's fun. It's fun. Sometimes it's fun to play with our food. If you guys have been watching the show for a while, you know I love to play with my food. So today, I want to show you a very basic frittata recipe, but we're going to do them in cute little egg rings. It's cute. That's what it is, Andy.
It's a
cute little hack. Let me show you how I like to do it. As usual, I am going to start with my bacon. I always use thick cut. I'm just a sucker for thick cut. The only time I use thin, I think CJ would attest to this. If I'm wrapping something, I use thin. If it's for any other application, in this case, I'm going to cut this up later for the frittata mix. I want chunky and crunchy. Chunky and crunchy was CJ's nickname in high school. I'm taking this to a 10. Like, this is actually going to be crunchy. I want this a 10. Andy, I know you're a 5 on the bacon scale.
I am a 5.
For this, we're mixing it into the eggs.
Yeah, this, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Take it to a 10, then drain it on a bit of paper towel. I do want to clean off some of the leftover bacon. Sometimes it burns, it gets a little dark. Get rid of that, but bring the bacon fat back. That liquid gold is what we're looking for. To this, I'm going to add some sweet yellow onion. I would say 80% of the time, I'm using sweet onion. In this case, I'm cooking it. If I don't cook it, I would use a red onion. Not a purple onion, they don't exist. But sweet yellow onion in this case, cooking it in the bacon fat with garlic. Add a decent amount of garlic. What's the rule? If the chef says 2 cloves, it's 4 cloves? 7. 4 is fine, or 5, or 6, or 7. Do whatever you like. We don't want to cook this too long, like 2 or 3 minutes or so. Add a bit of Tuscan herb if you like. You can add a pinch of salt and pepper here if you don't have that. We just want to soften up the onions and bring out some of the sweetness and toast the garlic just a bit to bring out more flavor. Now to that, we're going to add a bit of spinach. So like 2 or 3 minutes on the onions, then we add the spinach toward the end. It does wilt pretty quick, so give it a toss and let it sit for another 2 minutes or so. Now, if you are cooking for a ton of people, if you're having a party or if it's like a holiday or something, you want to do something special, do as many as you like. You could load this griddle up with a ton of these, but I'm just going to do 4 or 5 eggs or so. Today, we don't need a ton. Actually, it's probably more than we need for today. But the nice thing about this is you can cook for a ton of people with the same amount of time. A bit of heavy cream and a whip. That's all you need here. Let's get to some of the other filling for our frittata. I do have a bit of tomato, not too much. Tomato has a lot of water in it. So if you add too much tomato, you end up getting a watery frittata, and I'm not down with that. So like that much. About that much. Also have some chives. You could use green onion if you like. I like the chive flavor. It's a bit more delicate. Bell pepper prep is very, very simple. We're just cutting out rings. So remove the pith and the seeds, and this is going to be like part of our dish because we want to eat the pepper, but it's going to hold all of the goodies inside. Use whatever color you like, but today I am using some green and some red. And then the last, I've got some Vermont cheddar, which I was going to use regular cheddar, because cheddar makes it better. And I was going through the grocery store this morning. My Publix had this like a beautiful cheese display, and I was like, "Ooh, I want that." I'm using a fine shred on this, really, really fine. I'm gonna add the onions and the spinach directly to this mix once it's all whipped. I'm also gonna go with all of the other filling that we had as well: the tomato, the chive, and the cheese. Going in with a bit more of the Tuscan herb and the bacon. Right, chop that bacon up as small or as large as you like. I kind of like slightly bigger pieces here. I want to know that I'm eating bacon. If you cut it up too small, what are those things called, CJ, that you like to eat?
Bacon bits.
Bacos. Don't do it. Just don't do it to yourself. Pull some of the bacon fat back onto our cooking surface and throw down your peppers. Now, don't overfill these. It's not going to rise. We're not baking, but you don't want it to overfill too much. A little spillover is fine, but try not to go too hard and heavy. And then little salt over the top, a little more Tuscan herb if you like. You could add more cheese if you wanted to. I'm not doing it, but dome it and let that cook for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. Then we're gonna pull and flip. Pull and flip, flip, then pull. You know what I'm saying, Andy? He knows. It's English. Flip it and dome it. Let it cook for another minute or so, just until it's fully cooked. You don't want to cut it open and have it run out. That's not what we're doing today. But when we are finished, they look just like this. They're gorgeous. They've got some crust. They've got some texture. The bell pepper holds everything in, so it's kind of like geometrically satisfying. Garnish is very simple. A touch of sour cream. If you have more chives, add a bit more chives, some more Tuscan herb. But this is a really fun one. It's slightly impressive. It's not like crazy impressive, but it's fun. It's a fun way to do a frittata. It's cute. It's kind of fun. I didn't even think about how I wanted to cut this. Maybe I should use a knife. What do you think, Ethan?
Probably.
Probably. Use a knife. Oh yeah, the bell pepper still has some texture, which is nice. If everything is mushy, that's not fun. It's like one-dimensional, but if there's a little bit of crunch, oh, on bell pepper. Oh dang. Eggs are still creamy. A little cheesy. This is really fun. If you don't like the hack, skip that. You can just do it like a special scramble or something. I'm gonna do this though. I'm gonna cut one more little bit. Ethan, can you see in there? Let me show you the goods. The layers are fun. And also, if you've never had sour cream with your eggs, it's oddly refreshing. If you have creme fraiche is also really, really delicious. There you go. Easy one. What do we call this, Andy? A hack?
Cute little frittata hack.
Cute little Blackstone frittata breakfast hack. Blackstone breakfast hack. We'll find. We'll figure out what we're gonna call it. Let me know it in the comments down below if you would make this. If you do, be sure to tag at Blackstone Products. You can me if you want to, at Chef Nathan Lippy on Instagram. What else would you guys like to see? You guys want to see some more hacks? Do you guys want to see some more hacks?
Let's do it. Lots of hacks.
Gonna figure out all the fun hacks. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we like to help you become a better cook one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy. I'll see you all in the next episode.